So I started playing rugby when I was actually in rehab. Got introduced to it there and loved it from the first time I played it. Started playing it from then on. I'm extremely proud that I have been able to represent my country for so long and I've been the captain as well.
It's a great feeling to be part of Gaelic Warriors or any club. No matter where you go, you're still representing your country, even if it is only at club level. So I do enjoy that, but the bigger thing for me now is to actually get onto and stay on national squad.
I had an accident when I was 14. I damaged 2 bones in my neck, so C5 and C6. Basically, everything from like kind of the top of my shoulders down is affected. So all the muscles, everything is much weaker or doesn't work basically. Like my fingers, I can only move my fingers on my right hand this much. My left hand's a bit better, but it's not great. My arms, I've no triceps on the arms, so like if I put my hand behind my head, I literally can't straighten my arm back up. The tree I fell from is just behind us over here. So I fell about, I think it was about 10 or 11 metres, and I can actually see it from my office. Like this is the yard where I actually work here, so I can see it directly across. So nice little reminder when you come in the mornings. But to be honest, it doesn't actually bother me at all. I don't really care. Like I wouldn't be sitting in the office looking out the window going, oh no, I fell off that tree.
2011 I was diagnosed with muscle wasting disease. Pre-2011 I'd been falling over. I had a really bad turn on my right foot. I couldn't walk properly. In January 2011 I was sent straight for tests. So they did a muscle biopsy on my leg where they cut you open, take out a piece of muscle, send it off for tests. And it came back with a muscle wasting disease. You're born with it, but again I didn't know I had it till 2011. So we had to go back to a family history and answer all these questions, and it was actually pretty obvious. Before I got this chair, the previous chair to this was quite heavy, so I used to get into the car, someone would put the chair in the boot for me, and then there'd be someone wherever I was going on the other end to help me out. But this is a lighter chair, so now I'm very independent with this now. What I did there was, that's me going out by myself. If someone's with me, they just put the chair in the boot straight away. So I just saw, get yourself in. I had to get an electric seat because a windy seat would be too tough, as well as doing that. So the electric seat, I bring it back to take apart the chair, wheel in, fold up the chairs. You can see the chairs on the passenger side now. And then driving position is number 1. So I just bring it up. This is my steering knob because I don't have great grip on my hands. So I use the steering knob to turn. And then these are my, because I don't use my feet. So I pull this to go, the hand control, and then I push it to stop. So they're basic hand controls.
So we kick off again like second week of January. Like I've still been doing a little bit in the gym myself anyway, so like I haven't completely cut training out, but for the most part we've been just kind of taking it easy and enjoying the Christmas. And I'll be back into it now for second week of January and back up with the guys and training in Clontarf. It's a few weeks into the new year, like it's early January or early February, so this is a big year for us. Like, when these guys come over, it's not like they're a bad team. So like I say, they'll give us a good test. It'll be great to put on the Irish jersey. There is a bit of pressure putting on the Irish jersey, but you're there to do a job, so just do your job. Beat the Swiss and go home. That is Rugby Mania 2014, and that's best in class. I got these in France. So this is from the Europa Cup, and this was in 2014 as well. So that's the best in class again. And then I got, in the same tournament, I got MVP. It's nice, like my mum and dad think it's great and think it's pretty cool that I get to play for the Irish national team. For me personally, I think I love it. I'd do it even if I wasn't playing for Ireland. I'd just play for whoever I could play for, because I just love playing wheelchair rugby. But it's supposed to be the same for anyone. Like, you know, you obviously want, if you're playing a sport, you have the opportunity to play it at the highest possible level. Like, you're going to want to do it.
I sum it up when someone asks me what sport means to me is it saved my life. It might sound so dramatic, but it's not, because when I first got my very, very first wheelchair, I was like, I'm not using that. I don't want to use it. I don't want to be that sort of person. I don't want to rely on other people. And so it was a case of I stayed in my room. I went into really bad depression. Also, when I needed to use a wheelchair, I was going out with someone who actually, I don't like to say that she broke up with me because of the chair, but everybody else has said she broke up with me because of the chair. Again, a different way of life. So I had broken up with someone, got in a wheelchair and went into depression all in a very, very short space of time. Sport was my only way out, and again, it just happened to be wheelchair rugby. Like, so I think for me, wheelchair rugby, not any sport, it was this sport that saved my head.
Alright, so yeah, today's our first day back training after Christmas. Back and see how all the guys are getting on and see what the stories are from the holidays, and back in see if we still fit in our chairs. So we've got the car all loaded up and we'll head to Dublin, and we've prepared for the Swiss now. That's next. No, we don't really get any funding. We get a small amount of funding from IWA, from the Irish Wheelchair Association, but we have to do a lot of fundraising, try to get a lot of sponsorship, and then pay money out of our own pockets. A few years ago we had a sponsorship deal agreed with Paddy Power, the bookmakers, and the Irish Wheelchair Association actually blocked the sponsorship on us because they didn't want to be associated with a gambling company, even though it's quite ironic because they get lottery funding every year. But
yeah, after the Christmas break, full of turkey, full of ham. It was, for some people it would have been tough who love their food, you know, and their drink. I don't drink, so it was quite easy for me to go back into it the first week, but you could feel the tiredness of not having trained for 3 weeks.
it's good that we get to do our national sessions, and you know, sometimes it can take a half a day for everyone to get back in sync, because when you're playing with your club team, you're playing slightly differently to how you would play with the national team. You know, you might, for me, when I play with my club team, I have to kind of maybe carry the ball a lot more, or kind of try to just give more direction to the guys around me, whereas when I play with the national team, I can just focus on doing my one job.
Not knowing about wheelchair rugby till 2012, for me, so it wasn't popular. But since 2013 when I started, I have seen it grown. Like, there was only one club in Ireland, now there's 4, and now with the 4 clubs you get a national team. So it is growing, but again, you can only play wheelchair rugby on the basis of what level injury or disability you have. You can play it all the time, but you mightn't make it with the sport because you could be too strong. So that means we can't bring you anywhere.
Yeah, so it's the middle of winter, so we always turn on the heaters before we come down for training, so it's pretty hot in here. So I'm just going to change my t-shirt and start the game and then finish up for the evening. Well, she's hard. You're there to work, so you only make sure you work. She doesn't take any messing at you. Like. But again, she likes to try to make it fun as well, because you need to enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, then you know you kind of won't want to do it as much. So, but no, she's good. She's good. Like, she knows what she's talking about. She's a lot of experience. Like, she kind of give me a kick in the ass every now and again if I need it. Like, you know. It's good to get back. Glad to get back. You'd be bored after all in. Like, so
Yeah.
it's good to get back, meet up with everyone, see everyone get on. And next weekend, the Swiss team, the Swiss national team, coming over to train against the Irish national team. So, yeah, it's good to see that like everyone's that's going to be against playing against Switzerland hasn't slowed down much since Christmas. So.
He's very committed to the rugby. You know, he does a lot of training, and sort of inspires the team, really. He was a good man to have for captain, like, you know, give them all good inspiration, players, and get them to train hard. It's like any team, you need a good captain.
You wouldn't know any of their backstories around when you're just watching them play, and they all just play for the love of the sport. They don't play because they're like, well, this is all I can do because I'm in a wheelchair. They play it because they love playing it.
Yeah.
So, obviously, seeing her playing for 4 years now, I'm interested in it, and seeing it past club level. So when they do go away, like, and I went that once, and then I watch it online when they're away, and it's on. There's a live stream. Like, I do watch it because I am interested in it now. It's not just for the sake of her that I'm like, oh.
Like, I've no interest in nail technicians or anything. You know, when Holly goes and gets her nails done, I'm like, oh yeah, they're lovely. Like, but then I'll say to her about rugby, and she'll jump straight into the conversation. Like, so we have both gained a love for something that started off, easily. Like, she's a Liverpool fan, I'm a United fan, so that's a bit touchy.
We already have that issue.
Yeah, we had that issue. Personally, I've never played against the Swiss national team, so coach has brought us all together, national players, development players. We're all going to get a chance playing against the Swiss to see how they play their game. In 2015 we were 23rd in the world, now we're 11th. In Europe we've gone, I can't remember where we were, we've gone to 6th in Europe, so there has been a massive jump, so there is that pressure, but at the same time, I think personally the pressure would be more massive if the sport was bigger in the country. We struggle to get an audience, but again, I think we need to host a massive event here for an audience to come.
A lot of people think like we're just a bunch of guys in wheelchairs out having a laugh, and it's great that we get to play a bit of sport and gets us out of the house and all this. Like, and that's, you know, it's far from that. It's like, that's an insult to say that to me. Like, you know, if someone says like, oh, sure, it's great to have something to do, just as soon tell that person to fuck off. Like, you know, excuse me, but like, it's ridiculous. Like, you know. It's like going up for me, the way I view that is like someone going up to Roy Keane and saying, oh, you know, it's great that you've managed Irish team, sure gets you out of the house. Like, you know, it's the same thing for me. Like, that's not why I play rugby. I don't play it just to get out of the house. I play it because for me it's serious. Like, you know, and I want to drive it on, and I want to be as good as we possibly can be, and I want to play the best teams in the world, and I want to compete in the biggest competitions. That's it. Like, you know, people don't really see that. Happy with it. We would have liked to play it a bit better from the start, but it's our first game of the year, so we'll probably get better as the games go on. And even towards the end of this game, we were improving all the time. So.
And for me, it's lovely to play with my friends together, and to come around and play against other nations. We respect each other, and like to go on court and then hit each other as hard as we can, and then after the game it's like friendships again.
Going from the first lineup to the second or third is a bit tough on your body as well as your head, because you're trying to keep the advantage going, but we're all different players, we all have different disabilities, so it was grand though. Really happy with the way things are right now. My mum is great, my sisters are great, my nephew, all the dogs, all the ferrets, Holly. I'd be lost without her. I better give her a special mention. You know, I'd be lost without her. Sport-wise, I have everything. The only thing, it's not that I need it, I would really, really like is to just get national squad and stay national squad.
People have an accident, break their neck or a back or whatever, and they're in a wheelchair. They think the world has come to an end. Like, it hasn't. Like, you know, for me, it opened up a completely different world. You know, would I go back and change the fact that I broke my neck? I'd have to think hard about it. I wouldn't sit here and say I'd definitely go back and not break my neck right now, like, because I'd be telling a lie. Like I'd have to think long and hard about it. And to be honest, like I've gotten, like my life, yes, it changed a lot, but it hasn't gone to shit. Like, you know, I have my own place, I have my own partner, and